I want to welcome you to the College of Engineering and Computer Science and the Fall 2022 Convocation. I don't know if many of you attended convocations before, but the convocation is a great opportunity, and I'm really excited to see so many students coming back in person. So this is a special convocation for us. It's an opportunity to look and reflect on the last year's successes and achievements. But it's also an opportunity to look forward and look forward to the future. So I'm gonna start to recognizing some of the people in the group. I don't know, probably I'm gonna miss some people, and some will be recognized during the presentation. So if you are not recognized, everybody's gonna be recognized at the end of this. So if I miss somebody, I apologize, and then we can give them extra lunch or sweet to make that up, right? Thomas says I like the other option. Okay, good. Yeah, I want to start by recognizing our college leadership team for leading during the last year and during a COVID time. So I want everyone who's part of the college leadership team, chairs, associate deans program, can you please stand? Let's recognize the college leadership team. I want also to recognize our university leadership and administration, because they are critical to our success and provided us all the resources and support. And I want to start, with the Office of Research, and I'm pleased to welcome a newcomer to UTRGV, 1 month on the job. He is the new Senior Vice President for Research and the Dean of the Graduate College, Dr. Sagan. Please give him a big round of applause. By the way, Dr. Sagan gonna be the best VPR ever. You know why? Because he's an engineer and professor of engineering. Welcome to the College of Engineering, Dr. Sagan. Another round of applause. But he's gonna serve everybody, because engineer serves everyone and make a difference for everyone. So I don't want anyone else to feel bad about that. It's a good thing, I guess. And also I would like to welcome Thomas, also we have from his area, and anybody from the Office of Research. I want to welcome them and thank them for their support. Yes, they are there. Give them a big round of applause. We have few folks from our university, government and community relations, and I know Veronica Gonzalez, she texted me this morning, she cannot make it, but I've seen Mr. Rangarza, he's Associate VP for Economic Development. I see there Linda Offland, she's the Director of the ECC, and anyone else from the governmental and community relations. Please stand and let's give them a big round of recognition. As you know, UTRGV is about student success, and I'm glad to see many people from student success. I see my friend, Dr. Jonica Charlton there, and I see the director in the Office of Career Services, they've been Kamara and her team, and I see some of the Office of the Advisors, is Dr. Ramos here, and the advisors, I know Yadira there and others. Can everybody from Dr. Charlton, everybody from the student success, can you please stand and let's give them a big, big round of applause. I'm looking around to see what other areas. Of course, university advancement. I have Luis and Chris. I don't know if others there. Can you please stand? University advancement, and recognize them for being here. Of course, you must have heard about the great athletic plans for UTRGV, and I'm really happy to see my colleague and friend, Mr. We're going to call you Doctor, the VP for athletics, Chase, as well as Molly, Chase Kankan and Molly, they are there. Please stand and let's give them a big round of applause. Anyone else from the other divisions, who's here from, did I miss anyone? Very important office. They've been helping us with our accreditation. We need EBIT accreditation. Without them, we won't be here. And I want to, Christine and Catherine there, please stand. Give them a big round of applause. I want also to recognize our faculty leadership. We have here members of the Faculty College Council. I know Dr. Abraham couldn't make it today, but Dr. Vu, she is the chair of the College Council, so I want to recognize her. Can you please stand if you are part of our College Council? Let's recognize them, the rest of the members. Yeah. Give them a round of applause. Our Faculty Senate have been serving all the faculty, and I'm proud to have my colleague and friend, Dr. Hinton. He's the president of the Faculty Senate. And anyone from the Faculty Senate, could you please stand? Let's recognize them. Thank you for being here. Another group that's special to me, I worked with them in the old days when I was in the provost of, by the way, this is my 5th convocation. Time is flying in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. It's the Women Faculty Network. They've been promoting women faculty across the university. And I believe Ruth and anybody from the women faculty, Eloisa, Ruth, anyone is here? Probably they are running late. Let's give them a round of applause. Another very important group, if you are following social media, a group that kept everybody engaged during the pandemic is our Staff Senate. And I'm glad to have Yadira Mahia, the president of the Staff Senate, the former president Llewellyn. So I want anyone who's on our Staff Senate to please stand, give them a big round of applause because the staff are doing an amazing job. Please give them a big round. Of course, I tell everybody we could have the best faculty, we could have the best staff, but if we don't have students, we won't be here, right? Remember that. So I want to recognize our student leaders, and we have many students organization. I'll talk about that in the presentation, but also, I want to recognize Lubita Garcia. He is the interim president for our Engineering Student Advisory Council, and we have some representation from the Student Government Association. I know Jonathan is here, and where is Jonathan and some of his SGA? You are from the SGA? Okay. So please, if you are a student leader, whether at the college or at the university, can you please stand? Let's give our student leaders a big round of applause. Again, we won't have an engineering program, we won't be here without the massive community support. And we have many members from the community. We have our external advisory group, and we're gonna recognize some of them throughout the presentation. So I want anyone who's a member of the community and those who are part of our external advisory group, please stand and let's recognize them. Our external advisory group, please stand and recognize them. Yeah. And finally, I want to recognize also, I've seen some of our alumni here. So if you are from the community, if you are one of our alums, can you please stand and also let's recognize our alums because they come back and give back to our college. Give them a big round of recognition. Those who work with me at the college, they know every year I give my leadership team a book. I see that as an opportunity, a learning opportunity for me and for them. And I don't want to quiz any of them here. And this is the 5th book. I don't want to put anybody like Dr. Islam on the spot and ask him to name the book to make sure that they read it, but I can ask you the question later. So the book I gave to my leadership team and we discussed, it's called The People Pill. It's about leadership, how leadership drives engagement, and how engagement drives success. And the role of the leader in creating a culture of engagement, a culture of collaboration, and the culture of success. And when I talk about leaders, everyone in this room is leader. Because faculty are engaging the students, chairs are engaging the faculty, staff are engaging, community members. So I consider each and everyone in this room is a leader. So I want to give you a brief, less than 2 minutes summary of the book, because this is really important in terms of leadership and engagement.
Engagement is all about feelings. As Carl Buchner said, people will forget what you say, they'll forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Engagement is a measure of the team's emotional commitment to their leader, and it's critically important for the bottom line. In America, disengagement costs business over $350 billion a year, and in Australia, $45 billion. Gallup studies show only 30% of people are actively engaged despite all the attention on engagement. Do you really know how engaged your people are? In the engagement surveys I conduct, the average business has about 50% engaged and disengaged in total. This is a leader's first great opportunity. The remaining 50% sitting on the fence, waiting for a leader to engage them. I call this the leader's sweet spot. An actively engaged team member is around 30% more productive than a fence sitter, and retention is dramatically improved. So it's essential that leaders work this sweet spot. Great leaders have emotional intelligence, but to really drive results and be exceptional, leaders need what I call EQ2, engagement intelligence. EQ2 involves really understanding your people, finding their individual motivators, and working on these hot buttons to improve morale, attitude, and results. I recommend you measure your team engagement and implement strategies like the ones above. Focus on that sweet spot to bring everyone along and create a culture of engagement. It really will change your bottom line and retain and attract the best people. If you think of the best boss you ever had, it'll be someone who helped you believe in yourself, cared about you, and developed and inspired you. In other words, they engaged you. Become a master of EQ2 and be the best boss your team ever had.
I forget to wear my hat, by the way, but that's okay. Now you know me. Okay. Good. So I would like to challenge each and every one of us to be the best leaders we can, to help our people believe in themselves, to inspire them, to develop them, and to engage them. Let's engage our students, let's engage our faculty, let's engage our staff, and let's create that culture of engagement, culture of collaboration, and culture of success. So I told my leadership team, we are calling the next year, as you know, during COVID, many people get disengaged. Dr. Jonica there knows very much that how students, because they were disengaged, they didn't do well, they didn't graduate in time. So let's call the upcoming year the year of engagement and the year of re-engagement. Now let me tell you something, our students are excited to be back and they are ready to be engaged. And they really appreciate the support they receive from all of you. So here is a message from our student leaders.
We're excited for the new academic year and the great initiatives in our college and organizations.
We're happy to be back in person and engage with everyone on campus.
We are looking forward to building new and stronger social and professional networks.
We are blessed to be a part of a college that cares about its students.
We are thrilled to be a part of an inclusive and supportive learning environment and to be supported by amazing faculty and staff.
We're all looking forward to working with other students, organizations, and to be successful together.
To our faculty and staff, thank you for supporting our success.
Thank you for your mentorship and guidance.
Thank you for caring and treating us like family.
Thank you, faculty and staff, for always going above and beyond for us.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do for us.
Thank you and
Visa up.
Give them a big round of applause. All of them are here. Can all those who were in the video please stand and let's give them a big, they are our leaders and they are, please stand, give them a big round of applause. Is Dr. Dara Newton here from enrollment? She told me she's coming. So anyway, one of the most exciting things about the new year is welcoming new students. And let me tell you this year we welcomed the largest new freshman class ever, over 1,000 new students. 25% more, yes, give that a big round of applause. And again, I'm going back to student success. All those students, over 1,000 new students, a big cohort, the biggest ever. Actually, if you look at those, our colleagues in the student success, you know, the most important retention is the first year. The first year is the year that determines the success. So talking about back to engagement, so we are putting extra effort in the coming year to engage the freshman class and enhance the first year experience. I'm really proud of one initiative we've done this year. We started in mechanical engineering, and it's the boot camps. We bring the freshmen 1 week before the semester starts. 1 week, let them know the faculty, let them know the programs, connect them with the students' organization, give them hands-on experience, and make sure they are ready to start the fall semester. I want to recognize actually Dr. Vargas, all the faculty, and we have graduate students who were there to mentor the freshmen. So anyone, all the faculty who have been part of these boot camps and the graduate students, could you please stand? Dr. Vargas, I know Dr. Fuentes, give them a big round of applause because this is such an important effort. We are working closely with advising, and I'm glad the advising folks are here also with career development. We want them to get engaged in career development early because some of the students get in, really they don't know what they want. So the earlier we start, we don't want to wait until the last year to start working on career development. Many of our freshmen, by the way, they are engaged in undergraduate research. And you know the rule in academic success. Students, going back to engagement, students who are engaged, whether they are engaged in research or professional organization, they are more successful. They will more likely be retained and graduate. So this is some of our focus for next year. Also, we are undertaking, again, working with the Student Success Initiative to revise some of the intro classes. So this way we could incorporate some of these experiences in the college, and we are starting a pre-major in our college. And I just want to mention this one, that's what makes our university different than others. The purpose of the pre-major is not to get anybody out. Those students who don't meet our admission requirements, we want to give them the extra support. We want to work with advising. We want to give them extra resources and tools to be successful. This is the number I'm most proud of, is our enrollment. We are reaching over 4,000 students in the College of Engineering. That's a massive number. Give that a big round of applause. Now, let me tell you another information. Dr. Sagan, he's on the executive team, knows the university enrollment has dropped from last year, about 500 students. Our enrollment has grown substantially, and this fall semester, we had the highest enrollment growth in the whole university. So many students are coming to us. Now, I tell everybody, think about all those over 4,000 students. And not only that, we have over 700 women engineering students. That's amazing. You know, yes, give the women engineering students a big round of applause. Now, I tell everybody, if we didn't have an engineering program here, how many of those 700 plus women, how many of those 4,000 will pursue a career in engineering? Maybe 500 total, maybe 1,000 total. And these are significant numbers, and we are really proud of them. But the question is that, as I mentioned, is not about enrolling students. It's about getting them to graduate. And most importantly, I'll come to that later, and Keith knows that, is getting them to get really good jobs and stay, he's telling me here, and stay in the Rio Grande Valley. Yes, we want to keep them here. Now, the question somebody's asking, other deans are asking me, how are you able to get all these students in engineering? I told them it's easy. A massive K through 12 effort. I want to recognize Dr. Karen Lozano. Over 13,000 students participated in energy and you. I want to thank Dr. Tarawni. Over 1,300 students participated in the railway safety camps. Dr. Lee, all these, over 20,000 K through 12 kids. When you have 20,000 participate, you can get 2, 3, 4, 5,000 students. So that is the key. Again, going back to the engagement. And we need to engage them early, by the way. If we start in the high school, it's too late. Middle school, even elementary school, because that's when they form their identity. So I want to give all those faculty I mentioned who have run camps, outreach. I know Dr. Benitez, I know Dr. Edna Orozco, I know Dr. T, Dr. Lozano, Dr. Lee. Please, if you ran summer camps or participated in outreach from our faculty and staff, I want you to stand and be recognized because we are successful because of this. Can you please stand? Don't feel shy. I'm really proud of our TICS Prep program. TICS Prep program is a program funded by the state, that works with kids from elementary school to high school. And I want to recognize over 500 kids. Actually, they were there like 3-4 weeks ago, and you see, we took a very nice picture with them there. I want to recognize Dr. Steve Crown has been managing that program and directing that program for almost 25 years, and he is semi-retiring in January. So Dr. Steve Crown, are you here? Let's give him a big round of applause. Yes, he's there in the corner. And Anna is the staff. Without the staff, we cannot do anything. Yes, thank you, Anna. Thank you, Dr. Crown. We also partnered with Community Center with the help of many of our faculty, Dr. Lozano, Ms. Orozco, and others. We partnered with the Boz Community Center to do, and we worked with Hidalgo County, and I'll talk a little bit now about Hidalgo County and the low-income areas to bring more kids. And I want to recognize Dr. Subhash Bose. He's there. He's one of our emeritus faculty, and he has been supporting. Dr. Bose, please stand. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you. I missed to recognize one person again with the, Ms. Vilenda Reyes. She represents Hidalgo County, and she works for Commissioner Eli Torres, a big supporter of engineering programs. We consider her one of our UTRGV. She moved to the county, but she's still doing work for us. So please recognize Vilenda on behalf of the Hidalgo County. Please stand. You've probably seen in the news the initiatives that UTRGV are taking. We have an early college high school in Harlingen. They call it collegiate high schools. And we are opening soon 2 of them, one in Edinburgh and one in McAllen. So I'm telling everybody that we're gonna have more students. Now the challenge is that, and Dr. Sagan, we need your help in that, the challenge is that to find new buildings to put all those students, because with all these high schools, it's gonna be, but it's a good problem to have, right? It's a good problem to have. Because remember, other universities are suffering major enrollment. Just to give you a perspective, by the way, we have over 4,000 students. The closest university is Texas A&M Kingsville. How many students they have in engineering? We have over 4,000, 1,500. College Station, not College Station, they have a lot, No. Corpus Christi, we don't want to go there, right? Yeah. Different story. Yeah. But by the way, College Station, the McAllen one, you know how many engineering students they have? 100, which we like them, and it's good to provide. Now, Corpus Christi has 750. So there is lots of young, and this is one of the things, there is a lot of young people here and lots of opportunities. So we have no shortages of students. We have shortages of building to house all those students. I mentioned about Vilenda and the Hidalgo County. You could see there, we were at Hidalgo County, and Hidalgo County and the judge, they declared an engineering week. We do lots of outreach, and I see here some of the members. Also, I see Andreas, I see Heriberto from the Texas Society of Professional Engineers. I'll recognize them later, and the Texas. So we've been doing lots of outreach but again, we don't do it ourselves. We do it with the help of our community here, and I'll come and recognize that effort in a little bit. Another important part of our community engagement and industrial outreach is our TMAC. And the TMAC has worked on over 65 projects. And if you look into that number, these number, Keith, understand, they made over $80 million of financial impacts in the Valley. And I'm really proud of the partnership. We have the partnership with the ECC, with eBridge, with the iDream 4D. even with Mexico. If you see that project, and Keith Patridge has been part of that, it's a manufacturing reshoring project by TMAC, working with McAllen Economic Development, and working with partners in Mexico. So I want the TMAC director, Mr. Ortiz, and the TMAC staff, they are sitting there in the back. Please stand, because they are making a difference for our community and economic development. Please stand, give them a big round of applause. This is the most exciting part. We have students winning national competitions. I just want to recognize one group. It's called the GUWAL. This is the largest technical conference in the geotechnical conference in the United States. Our group, you see their picture there. Guess what? They get the first place in the nation and the first university ever in the state of Texas to get the first place. I want to recognize that team and recognize their faculty advisors, Dr. Pham and Dr. Wu. Please, the members of that team, please stand and let's recognize them. The GUWAL team, they brought the national championship. They are there. And look at the university they beat it, by the way. I don't want to talk any bad things about any university. Look, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, University of Los Angeles, and they outperform, and they are doing really good. So they made us proud, so congratulations. I want to recognize another student, some students who got with two of our faculty a Best Paper Award, again, in a national conference. I know Jesse and Harry graduated, but is Santana here? Santana, is he here, Dr. T? Give him a big round of applause. He got a Best Paper Award. Now, these groups got second and third places. The first group is the civil engineering group. They got 4 awards, second place and third place across the state. The second group is IEEE Robotics State Competition. They got third place. The one there, you see the rocket launchers. They participated in the Spaceport America competition, and they got anybody from the third or the second place in the state? Second place in the state, yes. And then we have a group from ASME Innovative Additive Manufacturing 3D Challenge, and they got third place, not in the state, nationally. I want to ask all those outstanding students who brought recognition to our university and region to please stand and give them a big round of applause. If you are part of it, give them a big round of applause. By the way, I want you to learn from the GUWAL team who got the national championship. By the way, the year before, what was your ranking in the nation?
We got second in the nation.
Second in the nation. And this year you got the championship, right?
Yeah, we brought
Okay, so next year the expectations are high for you, you see? So that's why I'm raising the bar for you, which is what we're supposed to do, right? Great. Now, I want to tell you one thing, and that's what makes me the most proud about this college. Our students are not only winning engineering competitions, they are winning competitions in business. Engineers can do business, right? I'm looking at Dr. Sagan, he's doing business now. They are good in the art. And I want to recognize these 2 students. The first one is William Brown. He got an award from Texas Business Hall of Fame, the Business Legend Award. And also we have another student, Maritza Flores. She got the President's Holiday Card in the art. So William and Maritza, are you here? William, please stand, and Maritza, give them a big round of applause. Chase and Molly will love this. Our students are not only winning engineering and business awards, they are winning in the fields. By the way, can you believe it? We have 18 engineering student athletes. Engineering is a very rigorous field. You name it, civil engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. And let me tell you why I love those students. Because they are changing the narrative. They are sending a message, yes, you can be an athlete and you can be an engineer. And that's why we are starting to highlight them. I'm gonna highlight all of them, and we started with 2 of them, so I want you to watch this video.
Hi vaqueiros, my name is Ingrid Nicoletti. I'm from Brazil. I'm a student athlete for UTRGV. I'm a volleyball player and my major is civil engineering. Peace up.
Hi, my name is Ana Ricardo Pacheco. I'm a student athlete on the Vaquero women's soccer team, and I'm also studying electrical engineering. Peace up.
Isn't that nice? I think I saw Anna here or Indy. Any of our athletes, give them a big round of applause. Ask somebody to get me some water. And we have some people from community engagement, right? Is Christian Corrales here? He told me he's gonna come. I don't think he make it. By the way, our students are engaged in community. I want to recognize these 3 projects. The first project basically is a senior design project. I don't know if you know the Turtle organization in South Padre Island. They have a turtle which weighs, Dr. Vargas, what is the weight of that turtle? 250 pounds. It's supposed to have 4 flippers, lost 3 of its flippers. So those senior design group, they are redesigning a prosthetic fin to help with the mobility of that. We have another group actually there, which is the Solar Belly, working with a church group in Brownsville to help them install solar panel. And we have a Mikasita project, groups from civil engineering who have been working, designing, doing planning, blueprinting for low-income housing. I want the students, from any of the students who are here, please stand and let's recognize them. I know some of them are here. Yes. Again, talking about the engagement, what we find, students who are engaged in research, they are more likely to be retained. They are more likely to be successful. Many of our students are engaged in research, and some of them at the freshman level. So this is something we are proud of. Now, I tell the students, what's the difference between UTRGV and UT Austin? I think we provide better undergraduate education. If you go as a freshman to UT Austin, what is the chances of you being engaged in research? We are engaging our undergraduate, and most of them, if you talk with Dr. Lozano, if you talk with Dr. T, if you talk with Dr. Lee, they are engaging students from their freshman year. This is an opportunity only given to the students at UTRGV. Now, another thing we've been doing is engaging students in leadership. Again, it's about engagement in leadership, entrepreneurship, professional and career development, because we want our engineers not to be engineers. We want them to be leaders in engineering. We want them to be entrepreneurs. So we have many students organizations, as I mentioned, and we are encouraging the students to be part of those professional organizations. Actually, I'm proud we started a new organization at the college. We have a Texas Society of Professional Engineers. It's part of the National Society of Professional Engineers. But they have a chapter here. And we work with our local chapter, and now we have a student chapter for the Texas Society of Professional Engineers. I want to recognize the professional members. I have Heriberto, Andreas, and the members of the new organization, and the faculty advisor. Can you all please stand and be recognized? The professional members, as well as the students members. Give them a big round of applause. Another thing we've been doing is that we want students to go to conferences. We've been supporting many students to go to national convention. The Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, I know many of the women go to the Society of Women. By the way, they don't have to go and present. We give them 500 scholarship. They go and build network. That will help them with career development. It's amazing. Many of them get jobs because of going to these conferences. And we're gonna start soon. We got a Center for Equity Engineering funded from the National Science Foundation, and we're gonna start in the College of Engineering, and we're gonna work with the Student Success, a Student Leadership Academy. Because the feedback we get from the company, your students are really good in the technical part. We want them to develop their soft skills. So that's something we will start soon. Now, again, we are focusing on innovation, entrepreneurship. We have a makerspace. We are expanding that to the Brownsville campus. And another thing, I know the civil engineers appreciate that. We're starting providing support for students to start the process for the PE in engineering. So what we do, I tell the student, you go pass the FE exam, come back, give us the receipt, we'll reimburse you for that. So, and many students get encouraged, and we have more students taking the FE exam, which is the first step to be professional. You know, if you become a professional engineer, that opens more opportunities for. We are working also on industrial certification, and I want to recognize the career services folks, you know, Kamara, Ronnie. We've been working with them on providing students career development opportunities. Now, Kamara loves these numbers, and you know why I'm proud of the. I want you to look into these numbers. These are the Spring 2022. Jonica, you're gonna love those numbers. Spring 22 Career Internship Expo. By the way, this is put by Kamara, by the Career Service, not by our college, just for Fall 22. Guess the top majors and the top participation is from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. That's why our students are getting more internships. That's why our students are getting more jobs. Again, many students are getting internships. Did I talk about the students who get internship? Maybe now. Oh, yes, here we go. Internships, very important because of all these engagement, because of them going to professional conferences, because of their engagement. A massive number of students is engaged in these major companies, GE, Chevron, you name it, SpaceX, and many of those students, they are with us. So I invited them to be here because I want them to inspire the other students. I want them to tell the other students what would it take to take an internship. I saw Miguel. So if any of the students here have came from an internship, please, can you please stand? The students who got internship, give them a big round of recognition. Thank you. Now I tell everybody it's good to enroll students, but it's more important to get them to graduate. If you enroll students, if they don't graduate, you are not doing anything good for the university, for the communities, for the families. Now what is the ultimate measure? If you get them to enroll, if you get them to graduate, and if they don't get good jobs, if they go work in Walmart, and there is nothing, I always in Walmart and Lowe's, I met Keith the other day in Lowe's, there is nothing wrong. But if we don't help them get high-paying, high-skilled jobs, we are not doing them good. And I'm really proud of all our students. They have been getting amazing jobs. I put those pictures there because some of them are here. You know, actually, one of them local, Dariana, she's working with Terracon. But you see, those students just graduated in May. And many of them come to my office. They say, Dr. Kubaj, and they come to the chairs. I have a little problem. I told them, what's the problem you have? How can we help? Says, I got 5 offers, and I don't know. I told them, I wish I had that problem when I graduated. So these are the amazing things. Actually, I was talking with James now. James, yeah, can you please stand? I was talking with James. So, and he's an engineering technology graduate. He just graduated, you know, and Gene is part of the solar project. So I was telling him how he's doing, and he told me, I just got a job from Dell. He told me the salary. It is more than, it's a 6-digit salary, you know, a starting freshman. Give him a big round of applause. So that is fresh out of the oven. Just I've learned about it now. So you see, you get the information right away. What do you think, Kamara? You love that, right? Good. Okay, now another thing we are doing, you know, this is part of UTRGVs, is expanding educational opportunities. I'm really proud of the new programs. We got approved for a biomedical engineering program, a master's degree, just approved. I want to recognize Dr. Mickey Caronto for taking the lead on this one. Give him a big round of applause. We are working on 2 PhD programs. One of them, by the way, it was approved. I want to recognize Dr. Lozano for her leadership. Give her a big round on the other one before I tell you about it. Where is Dr. Lozano? Yes, yes. It was approved by the Board of Regents. Think about that. The first, and I know Dr. Sagan is excited about it, the first PhD program in engineering. It was approved last week by the Board of Regents. Think about it. Students can not only get, they can get a PhD right here in the Valley. That's great news. And imagine, if they can get the job right here in the Valley, that's our goal. But for that, we have to depend on our community and economic development. We bring you the graduates, you find them the job. How about that, Keith? Keith is telling me I'm on board. Okay, now the other PhD, I don't know if Dr. Tumai is here. Dr. Tumai, he's there. We just also submitted a proposal in PhD in computer science with interdisciplinary applications. That one, we want that to start in fall 24. So this way we have a PhD covering the engineering side, a PhD covering the software and computational side. And if we can have 2 PhDs by 2024, I was telling my leadership team, I can retire. No, I'm not planning to retire, by the way. So that, I want to give a big recognition to Dr. Tumai for working on that initiative. We are close to the lunch. I want to recognize some of our faculty successes, by the way. Those faculty members have received, and we want to recognize them, they received university and national awards. Dr. Horatio, UTRGV Excellence in Teaching Award. Dr. Tarauni and Jones, they received the Best Paper Award in the National Conference. And Dr. Mickey Caronto, recognition, he is serving as the technical chair of the International Mechanical Engineering Conference. The conference in the whole world. I want them to, give them, please stand, give them a big round of applause. Our faculty are doing an amazing job, and we need to recognize them. Starting next year, we are starting a new College Excellence Awards because the university is doing a good job with the University Excellence Award. So we're gonna start 9 Faculty Excellence Awards in the area, and we are aligning those with the University Awards. So this way we can recognize, because I know now it's 3, but we have more faculty that we want to make sure they are recognized. Now this is something which Dr. Sagan, he gonna love. The grants and the awards have increased exponentially, by the way. Now we reached to close this year almost 14 million in external grants. And let me tell you why I'm excited about it. It's not about the money. Most of that money goes to support students. You know, internships, research assistantships, scholarships, and this is amazing. This is gonna help us with our PhD programs, with becoming, I know Dr. Sagan wants to move us to becoming emerging research institution. And I remember, Dr. Sagan, you mentioned the university closed about 27 million, right? So we are contributing more than half of that. Remember that when I ask you for funding, Dr. Sagan. You see, I'm trying to get some points here. Give him a big round of applause. You see, you get around before you gave us the funding. So now you have no choice. This is good. I want to congratulate these 3 faculty for receiving endowed professorships and fellowships. Dr. James Lee, Dr. D. Madeira, Dr. Muhammad Hussein Nuzaris. Please stand and give them a big round of applause. Lots of exciting things. We have 7 faculty who got promotions. Let's give them a round of, if you got a promotion this year, including Dr. Vargas, and Dr., please stand and give them a big round of recognition. Our students are growing, our faculty are growing, and I want to welcome almost 16 new faculty to our college. So if you are new to our college, I want you to see how exciting it is to be here, number 1. Number 2, I want you to stand and be recognized. Please stand. Our new faculty, please stand, and let's give them a big round of applause. As I mentioned, our faculty numbers have been growing, and I want you to look into these numbers. We have about 111 faculty. Think about it, 111 faculty with 4,000 students. We need more faculty, but we are getting the support from the university. And you see the numbers now. I want you to look at the percentage. We have 71 tenure-track faculty. Those are the research-oriented faculty. So, and those are the faculty gonna help us with the PhD programs, with becoming emerging research. We are about overall, all our faculty, we have 64% tenure-track faculty. Now, next year, I'm gonna mention, we're gonna hire at least 12 assistant professors. I'll tell you a little bit about it. This is another exciting thing. So we are looking at becoming 70. Now, let me tell you why we are positions for those PhD and becoming emerging. If you look this table, this is published by the UT system. It says UT Austin have only 51% tenure-track faculty. UT RGV, look at the other university. So we're gonna have more tenure-track faculty than many other universities. That means we can do more things, we can support the PhD programs, we can bring more grants, and we can make a bigger difference here in the Valley, because we didn't have these research things going before. Now, this is again the breakdown. At this time, we have 30% assistant professors, 17 associate, but with the new hires, As you know, some people retire, so next year we have a number of retirements. We have several new lines. So we are looking at the percentage being 40-20. If we hire those 12 lines, so when you have 40% of your tenure track, faculty are tenure track, we have a young power. Again, this is the same as the Valley. You have a lot of young talent, and we're gonna have the College of Engineering will reflect that young mind power. I tell everybody that without the faculty, the students cannot be successful. But let me say one thing again. Without the staff, neither the faculty nor the students will be successful. I want all the staff to stand and be recognized. All the staff here, please stand and be recognized. And if we are giving awards and recognition to the faculty, if somebody asks, where is the staff? I know Yadira, she's asking from the staff senate and Noel, and they're gonna ask the question. We're gonna have staff awards coming as well, because we need to recognize the staff for their outstanding work. Now again, I want to welcome the number of staff, most of them in center. So if you are a new staff in the college, I see Jean here, by the way. Jean, when did you flew in? Yesterday? From where did you flew in? From New York City. Think about that. People moving here from New York City. So isn't that amazing? I want all the new faculty and the new staff coming. Please, can you please stand and be recognized? Don't feel shy, please. Don't worry, we're about to be done. I mean, just give me another 10 minutes. So, you know, as I mentioned, the convocation is an opportunity to celebrate the successes, but to look forward. And I just want to give you a little preview of the things we are focusing on for next year. As I mentioned, developing a strong culture of leadership, culture of collaboration, culture of engagement is key. Is key for us, is key for our university, and key for our community. Now, we are focusing on student success and access mini program, not to enroll students, but to make them successful. And again, what makes UTRGV difference, now if you think at the big schools, what makes them difference, by the way, is their selectivity. They only accept the top 5%. What makes them difference is their legacy, their bravery. But what makes us difference is that we are inclusive. We have the equity and we have the social mobility. And as our president said, any student who have a chance to be successful, we want to take them. Because Dr. Lozano told me something that I love. Where's Dr. Lozano? She had students working with her in her lab. What was their ACT score? They won't be accepted anywhere. Now they are having PhDs. So, and she is in the material science. She told me it's like as taking carbon or graphite and making it into diamond. So that's what makes us unique, and that's what we need to continue, because that's what's gonna set us apart from the other university. And of course, we're gonna do the research, but that's our niche. We're gonna expand our educational opportunities. The 2 PhD programs gonna be amazing and gonna bring a lot of, now this is another thing we are doing, and I've discussed with you, Dr. Sagan. This is a change in strategy. We're gonna increase research and national recognition in areas of unique strength. Strategic growth that aligns with the college, university, regional and national priorities. So for the first time in the history of our college, before we used to hire 1 faculty in civil engineering, 1 faculty in electrical engineering, 1 faculty in mechanical, and all of them are amazing. We're gonna move to hiring interdisciplinary cluster hires. So this way we can build capacity in those areas that are important to our region, important to our state, important to our nation, and areas that are gonna strengthen our PhD program. The last thing which we want to do, we're gonna strengthen partnership with K through 12, regional economic development. That's we have some industry people here as well. National, binational organization. So we need to continue that. Now, at the end, I put this statement because I think that's what we want to do at the end of the day. We want to prepare students for highly skilled, high-paid job. Because when you get an engineer like James, you are expected to get more than 6 figures, by the way. This is what we want to do. We want to make a change in the social mobility. We want to be an engine for economic growth. And I know many economic development people here, development and social mobility. And we want to increase our region, state, and US competitiveness in STEM. Now, what are the areas we are focusing on? We are focusing on area, and I know Keith loves that. And the first area is materials and advanced manufacturing. And guess what? We have the PhD coming in that area. You know, everything now is about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data. This is the other area. And we have a computer science with interdisciplinary application that Emmett is leading in that area. And the third area is in cybersecurity. Everything is going digital. Everything is going, to smart things. So everything has cybersecurity. So we need the third area, cybersecurity with interdisciplinary application. And guess what? This will be supported by the 2 PhD. Next year, we are looking at hiring at least 4 faculty in each of these areas. So this way we build strength rather than that will make a difference and support our move to emerging research institution and support our PhD programs. Now, give me another 5-10 minutes, please. Because the most exciting part have not come yet. This is the most exciting part. I've talked about the students, we've talked about the success of the faculty, and as I mentioned, without our faculty, the students won't be successful. Without our staff, neither the faculty, but there is some important group, which is the families of our students. And today I want to recognize a member of the family. I want to recognize Lubita Garcia, and she is here with us, but I'm gonna ask her to come in a little bit, so this way you could see her. Lubita, by the way, she's working in Hidalgo County. She came from a poor background. Actually, her father and mother they worked as janitors in the Edinburgh School District. She learned the value of hard work, the value in education. And she worked, guess what? Velanda knows her, and you're gonna see her in a little bit. She works in Hidalgo County. She's managing a program called the Hidalgo County Urban Program. So what she's doing, she's working with low-income areas. She's working with middle to low-income areas, working on infrastructure projects, streets, water, sewer, and all these things. 20 years of service to that one. Now, what happened, I want to talk about her son, Miguel. She has 2 kids. One of them is Miguel. You could see the picture in the left. And guess what? Lubita used to go home and talk how exciting it is to work with all those engineers, to design things, to design bridges, to do all these things. And the young Miguel got inspired. Mom, I want to be an engineer. She inspired him. And guess what? Miguel, he graduated this past year. And he is with us here. And by the way, he was part of the national championship. So Miguel stands, so this way you could see him. The recognition is not for Miguel, by the way, but I want you to see Miguel. I want you to see that he's real, he's not virtual, because there is lots of virtual reality these days, folks, right? So I want you to, again, I want to go back, as I mentioned, the GeoWall team in 2010, this is Miguel, 2020, he was part of the team, and that's Lubita and her husband, Juan Carlos. He was going to school and he was part of the GeoWall team. So at that time, they didn't have the funding. We tried to help them to go to the competition. So Lubita, she led a campaign effort, collecting funding for the students to go to that competition. And she treated all the rest of the students as her kids. So because of her support, in 2022, not only Miguel and his team got the national championship. Now let me tell you, that's the picture of Miguel and Lubita. And those balloons, by the way, are the balloons that Lubita took to the airport to welcome the winning team. So she's not only inspired her son to be an engineer, she inspired him to be a national champion. And today, I want to recognize Lubita, not for being at Hidalgo County. I love, by the way, Hidalgo County. I live in Hidalgo County. And I love the war, but I want to recognize her as a mom. As a mom who sacrificed for her son. As a mom, yes, give Lubita a big round of applause. Come on, Lubita. Come here, Lubita. As I mentioned, as a mom who inspired, not only sacrificed, inspired her son not to be an engineer, to be a national champion. and she even inspired the rest of the team. Now, we have some flowers for her, and by the way, moms are the most important. We have also Juan Carlos. Juan, come here. Juan Carlos is her husband also. And by the way, in the gift, yes, I want to recognize Juan. Good to see you. Come in, come in. And by the way, the gifts are not only for the mom. You're going to find something for you, Juan. So give them another round of applause. You want to bring your paper? Yes, yeah. Actually, Velanda, since she's here, she works in Hidalgo County, and she made a declaration. You want to say something about it? So she wants to present it to us from Hidalgo County. I mean, you don't have to read it, but you can tell them from.
Thank you. I left my glasses.
Yes, yes.
No, so Dr. Kamash, thank you so much for the recognition of a wonderful woman, Lubita, as an employee of Hidalgo County, but most importantly as a mom. Brought tears to my eyes, Lupita. So, and the father as well, congratulations. But on behalf of Commissioner Eli Torres and the commissioners and judge of Hidalgo County, we do support education. We support all that the college is doing for the region and for our students. And so we had recognized the Engineers Week earlier this year, and we will continue to do so. And so here's the official proclamation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for all the work that you and your staff do. And so I feel home today. I'm very proud of everybody that what you've accomplished. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. One more round of applause. Thank you, Mom. The lunch is coming, by the way. This is the last recognition. I promise, okay? I promise. You know. Now, I mentioned one thing. I told, in the beginning, I said, our students won't be successful without our faculty. Our faculty won't be successful without our staff. Our students won't be successful without their families, without the moms, without the parents. But there's another important thing. We cannot be successful without our community partners. And today, I want to recognize a longtime partner of our university and our college, Keith Patridge. I'm gonna ask him to come in a little bit, but I want to tell you why Keith deserves this recognition. Keith is the president and CEO of the McAllen Economic Development Corporation. He has been there for 34 years. 34 years. How many companies he brought to the region? Hundreds. How many highly paid jobs he brought to the regions? Tens of thousands. And what I like about Keith, by the way, yes, his responsibility is to take care of McAllen, because that's his job. It's like my job is to take care of the College of Engineering, right? Everybody has a job, we understand that. But he has a vision bigger than McAllen. His vision is for the Rio Grande Valley. He has a binational vision. Look at all these collaborations he has. He supports maquiladoras, he supports many companies. He has even an international vision. If you see these pictures, your staff sent it to me. If you see, this is his picture in Korea, by the way, the first in Japan, in other places. So he has a vision beyond the city of McAllen, and that's what makes him different. Now, let me tell you what I like. By the way, Keith came to the region in 1988, right? When did you come to the valley?
82.
What was that?
1982.
1982. I thought 88. So 1982. That's a very long time ago. The valley was not the same, by the way. I came 1999, and it's a big difference. So 1982. When he came to the valley, by the way, we didn't have an engineering program. We started the engineering program. Anybody can know? 1992. 10 years after he came. The first students graduating 1995, and I think the first student is here with us. You were with the first group?
96.
He was the second group. Give him a recognition for that. Close, 1 year margin is fine. We consider that within the margin, right? Statistics, folks. Right. And since then, so he helped us develop the engineering program at UTRGV, back then UTPA. And then he continued to be engaged. You see, many projects, every time he's there, for many years. Now, let me tell you what I love the most about Keith. What I love the most about Keith is that he did not only help bring educational opportunities to the Rio Grande Valley, he helps bring high-paying jobs. So think about it. He helps us bring the engineering programs, and he helps us find jobs for our graduates and finding jobs right here in the Rio Grande Valley. Now, the latest company I attended with is Zoho, and I have a representative from Zoho. David, are you here? David, please stand. Recognize David from Zoho company. They are hiring many engineers. Their office in Austin, but they are moving to the valley. They are hiring computer science students. They started hiring from our students. I want you to look at this sign. I told Keith, that's your legacy lead for the valley. Look at the sign that Zoho, the company, put. It's an IT computer company. Take job in Silicon Valley, strike that, and it's made Rio Grande Valley. Thank you, Keith, because you contributed to that. I want Keith to come forward. Come forward. And let me tell you one thing. When I came to the college, and we have his wife, Nancy, come Nancy, because I feel behind every great man, there is a woman. Now, if you have a great woman, I don't know, sometimes there is a man or not, but whenever you have a great man, there is a woman. I know, the woman would like to hear that. You agree, Kamara, with me? Kamara, she says she agrees with me. Yeah, no, when I came to the college, I started the Dean's Medallion. The Dean's Medallion, I want to give it to someone who made a difference. Made a difference for our students. I want to give it to someone who will be a role model. A role model for me. A role model for our faculty. A role model for our students. And this year, I couldn't think of anyone who's deserving of that Dean's Medallion than Keith Battridge. Give Keith a big round of applause.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you to say a few words after that. And we have something for the wife, as you know. We have something for the wife. We have something for the wife, some flowers, because she really behind all these things. Now, before I let Keith say a few words, I want to show this message. We talk about Keith helping in the founding of the engineering program at UTBA, now UTRGV. I want to show you this message, which came from one person. He's the one who founded the engineering program at UTBA at UTRGV. So I want you to see this message, Keith, and then after that, you can come here.
Keith Battridge, congratulations on receiving the Engineering Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award. When Keith first joined the McAllen Economic Development Corporation under the leadership of Mike Allen, he was the young whippersnapper that was always asking hard questions like, how can we make things better for the Rio Grande Valley of Texas? Keith has been a great friend of the engineering program at UTPA and resulted in many successes. Congratulations on receiving the Engineering Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award.
Congratulations, Keith. You want to say some words?
Well, I want to congratulate you and everyone that's here on the success of the engineering program. I mean, we got something started, and it wasn't just me, it was literally hundreds of people that were involved with the creation of this. I happen to be one of 5 that helped settle a lawsuit that got the engineering program here. But what is, I think, most important to me is what everyone here has done. The students, faculty, the staff, all of you here have really made the engineering program what it is today. I'm extremely proud of all of you, and I think this is just the beginning for where we can go. My vision is to have a Tier 1 research institution here that that is known worldwide. And I think we can do that. It's been too long in coming. The Valley has always been, seemed like it's always been a stepchild, not only in Texas, but in other places. And it's time that we now take our rightly place. And I see all the people that are here today are going to help do that. You're all going to play a major role. So thank you for the recognition, and just keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Good news, this is the last slide. So you can take a deep breath. I'm sorry I took longer, but there's so many exciting things that I want you to know about, and especially the students. I want them to get inspired and get excited, because all these things really should energize all of us and make us look forward to the future. I started my presentation with Successful Together. Successful Together is the slogan for the college. And what I'm saying here is that we are successful. I put all these pictures. Those are the people we recognized. We are successful because of our faculty. We are successful because of our staff, because of our students, because of our graduates, because of our alums, because of the families, because of mothers and parents like Lubita and like Juan Carlos, because of our community members like Keith and others. And that's what it means to be successful together. So I want to ask everyone, thank everyone for being here. Ask you, let's continue to work together to be successful. And I want to remind you of the beginning, the book. And remember, those who reports to me, I'm going to quiz them to make sure they read the book. I see Dr. Islam is looking at me, you see? And let's engage people and let's make a difference. Let's make a difference for our students. Let's make a difference for our college, for our university, and for our community. But I can tell you, the future is bright. Of course, for engineering, because I'm the Dean of the Engineering and Computer Science, but also for our university and for our region. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to echo what Keith mentioned. Each and every one of you here have contributed to these successes. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, it's an honor to be the Dean of such a college. We want to be the engaged college, and I feel pride that we are engaged with our students, with our communities, with the parents, with economic development. Now, before we let the lunch start serving, you can ask them to start serving the lunch, so the lunch is coming. I want to thank the staff. By the way, you see all these nice decorations and things. I didn't do all of that, by the way. You know, I'm just the one doing the talk, but there's a lot of people doing, and many of you know who are like in these positions. There are many people who are doing the work, and I want to thank all the staff, starting with Letty, you know, Jorge, you know, Lisa, Megan, you know, Karina, our students, helpers, who put all this together, because I want it to be very, very inspiring. And I look forward to seeing you around. It's exciting to see everybody. I want you to give those staff, please, if you are one of those staff who help, please raise your hand and let's give them a big round of recognition. Again, I'm sorry for taking longer. We were supposed to serve the lunch at noon, so you're gonna get it at 12:30, which is fine, but we're gonna finish within 1 o'clock. So enjoy the day. Great to have you. Please socialize with each other and wait for the good food. Don't leave, okay? Great. Thank you very much.